Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to another episode of Compelled by Purpose. I don't know which road led you here, but I welcome you to take a seat and stay a while. I'm Elizabeth, your host, and without much ado, let's get into today's episode. So let's recap a little bit of what we've said before. The question of who can be successful. And the answer is everyone. It's not dependent on where you come from. You're exactly where you were supposed to be, born exactly when you were supposed to be born, and exactly where you were supposed to be born. There's no impediment to success just because of where you were born, or your education, or any of those factors. God created you, and He placed you to work and to take care of the land. What does it mean to take care of the land and to work? To do the good works. We've read that we're preordained to do good works, and that the scripture is finished so that it perfects us into doing the good work. Find the good path, that there is a path, there is a way, there's a method, and on that path you find the good works. So what is this term good? The first time we come across the word good is again in creation at the very beginning. And in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In verse 3 it says, "And God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw the light was good." Verse 9, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. And God saw that it was good." And every day after God created, He looked at it, and He saw that it was good. Later on in Genesis 2, He places Adam in the garden, and He says, "Work it, take care of it." And the Lord commanded the man, chapter 2, verse 15, "You are free to eat of any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat of it, you will surely die." And the Lord said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Okay, carry on a little further. "And when the serpent comes to tempt the woman," in verse 4, chapter 3, he says, "You will not surely die," the serpent said to the woman, "for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." And in verse 7, after she had eaten the fruit, then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized that they were naked. So they sewed fig trees together and made coverings for themselves. Good. What is the definition of good? And I know we use that all the time to mean the opposite of evil. But what does the Strong's Concordance say that the word good means? Good. Agathos. Intrinsically good. Good in nature. Good whether it is seen to be so or not. Inherently, intrinsically good as to the believer, describing what originates from God and is empowered by Him in their life through faith. Originates from God, empowered by Him in their life through faith. So I want to put it to you that the tree of good and evil, that evil is not what I use evil for in my day-to-day thinking to mean bad and having to cause harm. And, you think about someone killing someone stealing something. That evil would be the opposite of good. That it did not originate from God, was not empowered by Him in your life, and did not come through faith. When God gives man instruction, eat this, don't eat that, do this, don't do that. But there's a tree here that when you eat of it, your eyes will be open. You will realize that there's something else that you can do apart from what I have asked you to do. I want you to think about that for a moment. Imagine you have a child and it's about time for dinner and you tell him, please set the table for dinner. And the child goes ahead to go and do their homework. When dinner time comes around, the table hasn't been set, but the homework has been done. Nothing wrong with doing homework. It hasn't caused any harm to anyone. In fact, it's probably a nice thing. But he hasn't done what you've asked him to do. What? The instructions that originated from you. What you empowered him to do through your words. He hasn't done that. He's done an option. He's done something else. So I want to propose that good is what originates from God, what is empowered by Him for your life, and that evil is any other option that you choose to do other than what He's asked you to do. And so, you were created to do good works. Not any work, not all the works, but the good work. The work that has originated from God. That when He speaks your name, when He created you, when He says, John, be this, be A, be B, be C. And you could choose to be D or E or F. That the change that happened when man and woman ate the fruit is their mind opened up to the options. And when you choose to do an option for that, for you, that becomes sin. That becomes wicked. That then is evil, to do anything other than that which the Lord has asked you to do. I'd like us to read a verse. Who knows the right thing to do, yet fails to do it, is guilty of sin. So it doesn't say you've done anything that has caused harm. Sin then is to do something other than what God has asked you to do. And so in seeking to be successful, you have to do the good works. Not any work, not all the works that God has asked you to do, that has originated from Him, that He has empowered you to do. And to do anything else other than the good works is evil. And that's all for today, folks. Allow me to take a breather here. Thank you so much for journeying with me. I pray the words spoken today linger in your spirit and the light of God shines upon you to see something new, to guide you to become the person you were created to be. The world is longing to see it. I would also love to hear from you. Do write a comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.